Hi there, thank you for joining me for today's 20-minute total body core workout. So all you're going to need for today's workout is an exercise mat, a bar or chair, or even a counter, something this height for support. And you can do the workout in bare feet or with socks that have grips on them, or athletic shoes, whatever you prefer. All right, so we're just going to get started with some standing oblique work. So you're going to have one foot out to the side here. A standing leg is going to have a little bit of a bend there, so I just don't want you to lock that knee out. And you're going to reach overhead and really accentuate that reach to open up through those obliques. And then we're going to bring it in to a knee and bent elbow. All right, so it's reach, bring it in, reach and in. Good. Strong through the core, chest stays lifted, belly button in, reach, bring it in, reach, in. Good, halfway through, and then we're going to switch this up. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more here. Good. Now we're going to keep the arm and leg straight, but still just check in with this knee, a little bit of bend here. Don't lock that knee straight. All right, so reach, bring it in, reach and in. Good. Opening up through the side of that abdominal wall, right? And then bringing it in, engaging those obliques. Reach, pull, reach, pull, reach, pull. Great. Keep going. For 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4 more, 3, 2, and last one there. Good. Now we're going to alternate. So you're going to bring bent knee to bent elbow, and then you'll reach and bring straight to straight. All right, so it's bent and straight. Big reach, bring it in, reach in. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Good. Now we're going to do that all on the other side. So bring your chair or bar to the other side. And again, standing knee, inside knee. I don't want you to lock it straight, so just make sure you have a little bit of give there in that knee, a little bit of bend. And then big reach. Reach is important to open up, get your full range here, and then we'll bring that bent knee to bent elbow. All right, so in, reach. In, reach. Good. Keep going. Reach, pull, reach, pull it in. Good. Eight more to go. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we're going to do the same thing, but straight arm to straight leg. Check in with this knee that you're not locking it straight, right? A little bit of bend there, a little bit of give. Reach, pull it in. Reach in. Big reach in. Yes. Keep going. Reach, pull it in. Reach, pull it in. Really feeling those obliques. Chin in. Good, 8 more. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Good. Now we're going to alternate bend to straight. So you start with that bend, reach, straight. Good. Keep going. Halfway through. 8 more to go. Here's 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to switch our chair or bar back over to the other side. All right, now for the next move, you got to make sure that you've got room to kick behind you, room to kick in front of you, right? We're going to start those, so feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. Our inside knee, our inside leg is going to be our supporting leg. Outside is going to be our mover. We're going to bring a knee in. As you pull a knee in, I really want you to pull that belly button in. So get the core working here. So for every exercise we're doing this workout, we're really trying to bring the core into it, but also try to do moves that do naturally sort of bring that core into it more. So knee pulls in, and then you're going to reach out to a parallel arabesque here, and then bring that knee in again. So reach that leg out to parallel to the ground and then pull it in, right? So that foot's out at hip height, right, on that extension, and reaching that arm forward. So you squeeze that glute at the top, pull that belly button in, engaging that core to bring it in. Good. And with that standing leg, just make sure you're not locking that knee straight. You want a little bit of bend there. Good. Driving that knee in towards that chest, getting all that core work you can out of that pull in. Good, 8 more like this. Here's 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more like that. Now, same idea, but this time we're going to kick instead of pulling the knee in. So you reach out to parallel here as you hinge forward, and then kick it front. Reach, kick, reach, kick, reach, kick, reach, and kick. Good. Nice and strong through that core. Pull belly button in as you kick it forward. Halfway through, reach, kick it front, reach and kick. 8 more to go. Here's 8, big kick, 7, 6, strong through the core, 4 more, 3, 2 more kicks front, and last one right there. Very good. Now we're going to switch that to the other side. All right. Again, just make sure that you have room behind you to kick and room in front of you to kick. Start with those feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. And remember, when you pull this knee in, so it's your outside leg here, inside leg, a little bit of bend, but when you pull this knee in, pull that belly button in, engage that core as you drive that knee in towards the chest, all right? Get the best core work you can out of that, and then come out to parallel to the ground, squeezing the glute at the top, and then pulling it back in. All right, let's go. Reach, knee, reach, pull that knee in. Good. Checking in with that standing leg, don't lock that knee straight. And reach, knee, reach, knee. Good. Nice and strong through that core. Belly button in. Good. We're halfway through. Reach, pull that knee in. Good. Strong through that core. You can engage that pelvic floor to keep that deep inner core, and then pull that belly button in as well. For 8 and 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a last one here. Now, kicks instead of our knee, but still really engaging that core as you kick. So reach out to parallel, kick forward, right? Pull that belly button in as you kick forward. Engage that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. Reach, kick, reach, big kick. Good. We're halfway through. Reach, kick front, reach, kick front, reach, kick front. Good. 8 more to go. Here's 8 and 7, 6, strong through the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a last big kick there. Good. Before we move on, we're just going to do a quick stretch, both sides. So ankle across the knee, sit into those hips and glutes, stretching it out through the hips and glutes, but also you get a good stretch through that lower back here. Good. Let's switch that to the other side. Ankle across the knee, sit into those hips and glutes. Good. All right, bring it up. Okay, so we're going to move the bar or chair out of the way. And we're going to find our own natural turnout. So I want your knees and toes in line. Now, you could try a couple plies in first position with those heels together, coming parallel and then opening it up. Where your hips naturally open up to, that's your natural turnout. Very good chance that yours could be wider than mine. I actually pronate, so I turn a little bit more in naturally. You just don't want to go beyond your natural turnout because you don't want those knees and toes out of line and just putting undue pressure on those knees for this, right? You don't want to injure those knees, you want to protect them. So find that natural turnout, step wide into second position. I want your heels at least shoulder width apart, if not a bit further, and then tilting that pelvis forward, tucking that tailbone under, and bending those knees for that plie. So just, I'm going to go to the side here. When you're doing that plie, notice my shoulders stay right over those hips, tilt that pelvis forward, right? So what I don't want you to do on this one is squats, where you're going to lean forward. All right, so from this position here, we're going to bring core into it. So 2 options, you could bring your arms across like this. Why you would do this is if you go here and you feel like you're pushing your head forward, okay? So this is just placement for your hands, but don't put pressure on that head, all right? So if you feel like you can't help it, just bring your arms, switch them to here. All right, so from here, we're gonna do plies, and we'll side bend on one side, then we'll bring it up and side bend on the other side. I'm gonna bring in one more option. So you could keep both feet flat on the floor here, or you could alternate lifting a heel on the side that you are bending towards. So if you notice, side bend, that heel came up, I come back up, both heels down, and then other side, heel comes up. All right, so I'm gonna go with that, but you can keep both heels on the ground. So we start here with singles. All right, so just one thing to note, make sure you're not twisting through that torso, right? Or leaning forward. So it's just bending those knees and bending the side, right, towards that knee. So don't twist your torso, don't lean forward. Good. Nice and centered as you bring it up, strong through that inner core will help with that. Good. When I count us out of these, we're gonna go slower. We'll slow it down, and instead of doing single counts, we'll go down for a count of 2 and up for a count of 2. All right, but not till I count us out of these. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So last single, then we go down for 2, up 2, down 2, up 2, down 2, up 2, and down 2, up 2. 4 more. 2, up 2, and down 2, up 2. 1 more each way, up 2. Last 1, 2. Now 4. So down 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. Go low. 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. 4 more. 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4, and down 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. 1 more each side. 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. Last one. 2, 3, 4, and up 2, 3, 4. Good. Take hands to hips, chest lifted, belly button in, tilt that pelvis forward. Take those hips low, and let's just pulse it low here. Really maximizing burn on those quads. Press, press, press it out. Can't miss an opportunity to burn out those quads. Press, 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 press for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. You're gonna hold this low. Good, hold low. And just stay here, nice and low, enjoying that burn. Keep holding till I count us out. Bear with me here. Almost there in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Excellent. Shake those legs. All right. So feet are going to be about shoulder width apart here. I'm not worried about you being in turnout or feet parallel, so just go with what feels good with those feet in that position there. We're going to go into some squats. So now we are going to reach that butt back, pressing weight into those heels, chest lifted, belly button in, and press through the heels to bring it up. All right, so one option, you can keep your hands to your hips here. Now, if you want to bring more core into it, then we're going to do a big arm reach and bring it up. Reach and up, reach and up. So as you're doing this, I want you to make sure that even though you're hinging forward in those hips, you're keeping proper posture through that torso. So your chest stays lifted from the sternum. You're pulling that belly button in towards the spine, nice and strong through that core. Reach and bring it in. Reach and in. Reach and in. Reach and in. Good. Checking in with the form of that squat. So the weight should be in those heels. So as you're coming up, press that weight into these heels. That's going to help take that pressure off those knees, right? And really help activate very purposefully those glutes. So press as you bring it up. Engage those glutes and press the weight in through the heels. Excellent. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now, standing, still in this position, chest lifted, belly button in, tuck that tailbone under. We're going to bring our arms out to shoulder height, and we're going to do an ab shimmy here. So something to focus on. I want you to keep that rib cage parallel with the ground. I want you to keep your feet and hips planted. So feet planted, hips anchored, right? So there's no movement below those hips. Hips stay planted. All right, so if you've never done this before, can be a little bit hard to coordinate, so you might want to go slowly, but once you've got it, speed it up. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Good. Belly button in, engage that core. Good. Keep going. Nice and strong. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come down for a moment. Now, go into your natural turnout. We're going to keep hips low, so you're going to be holding, those quads are going to be working, and still planted with those hips and feet. And we're going to do that shimmy here. So side, side, side. A little bit harder to keep those hips planted in this position. So you got to focus. You got to engage that core. Good. And trying to keep those arms parallel to the ground and up at shoulder height as you reach from side to side. Chest lifted, belly button in as you shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Good. Keep going strong, not leaning forward. Shoulders stay right over those hips. Good. Hips are anchored in place. Excellent. Keep going. And you got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Now, right from this position, we're going to roll it down. Nice and controlled through that core though. So, pull the belly button in towards the spine. Engage that pelvic floor to cue that deep inner core. And then articulate vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling it down. One bend through that spine by one bend. Vertebrae by vertebrae. And then let it hang center. Straighten those legs to get a good stretch through the back of those legs. Gently allow that lower back to open up and release. Once you've been here a few moments, rather than forcing yourself further, I want you to try relaxing those muscles and letting yourself just sink a little deeper into that stretch. Good. And then when you're ready, you're gonna pull that belly button in towards the spine. Then you're gonna engage that pelvic floor, so like a kegel, to cue that deep inner core. And then you're gonna roll it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Very good. And then we're just gonna come down to the mat, and we're going to do a side stretch, but we're gonna start with our feet like this. So one way is gonna feel more natural. We're gonna start one way and then we'll switch to the other way with the feet. So start either way. You might just naturally go into the way that feels more comfortable to you. And then we're gonna put one hand down on the ground and you're going to reach over and really open up, stretch through that oblique, the side of that abdominal wall. Let yourself sink a bit deeper. Good. And then engage your core to bring it up. We'll switch to the other side. Reach over and let yourself sink deeper. Good. Really opening up through the side of that abdominal wall. Those obliques need a stretch. Good. Engage that core. Bring it back up. We're going to do one more time each side, and then we're going to switch our legs. All right. Good. Engage that core to bring it up, and then over to the other side. Some deep breaths. Excellent. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to switch those legs. So this side is less comfortable for me, so it feels a little bit more like a stretch for those legs. And then we're going to bring one hand down and reach over and really opening up through the side of the abdominal, stretching those obliques out. Let yourself sink deeper. Good. Don't twist, just keep that chest facing forward. Engage the core to bring it up, and then switch to the other side. Big reach, opening up through those obliques. Good. And one more time each way, engage that core to bring it up. Switch sides, stretch into it. Let yourself sink deeper. Good, engage that core to bring it up. And then other side. Let yourself sink deeper. Very good, bring it up. And then the last thing, we're just going to bring our feet forward and you're gonna reach forward, chest reaches forward. All right, so here, not rolling right over, I'll let you get there, but first, chest reaching forward. And then you can let yourself roll right down and relax it there. Take in a few deep breaths. Stretching through the back of those legs as well as that lower back. Good. And then bring it up. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, share, and come back for another one. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.